Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our first recorded yoga practice for Invoking Durga. And you've had a couple days now of bringing Durga into your practice just through the mantra. And so now we're going to really bring it home into the body. So gather any props you might need, maybe a blanket to sit on top of. And we're going to sit up nice and tall and close our eyes. And we'll just take a moment to center. And this will be about a 20-minute practice that you can bring into your day in the morning or the afternoon. It might be a little invigorating for the evening. You can also break it up into 10-minute increments. I'm just going to take a moment to arrive. Take a couple of deep breaths as you inhale. Breathe all the way down into your pelvis. And feel your sitting bones on the ground. And as you exhale, let your spine lengthen upward towards the sky, shoulder blades on the back. And then we'll draw our hands together at the next breath. Inhale. Exhale completely. And we'll take one full deep breath in. Take another full breath into your belly, and as you exhale, bow your head towards your heart. Release your hands, and inhale, slowly lift your head and open your eyes. So this practice is going to be about harnessing our energy at our third chakra, the solar plexus. So what we're going to begin with is Kapalabhati breathing. And if you haven't done that before, it's the breath of fire, and you're going to take a deep breath in, all the way in, and then you're going to breathe out about a quarter of the breath, and you're going to begin to pulse the breath, pressing the exhalation out through the navel center, and just a little bit below your navel, actually. And you're not going to worry about the inhale. The inhale is just going to come right out of the exhale. So it goes like this. I'll show you. It's easier to show. So take a deep breath in, and you're going to exhale about a quarter, and then you'll begin pressing the breath out. Okay, so we'll do it together, and basically you're just focused on pushing the out breath, like forcing the breath out, and then the inhale just comes out of that. Okay, so take a deep breath in, quarter breath out, and then we'll begin. Exhale all the breath out. Take a full breath in and pause at the top of your breath, maintaining the breath, retaining the breath. And exhale the breath all the way out. We'll do one more round, and I forgot to say, if you want to put your hand on your belly, it does help, just the lower belly. So we'll take a deep breath in, quarter breath out, and begin. Exhale all the breath out. Take a deep, full breath in, retaining the breath at the top. And exhale all the way out. Bring your awareness to the third chakra. Feeling the energy swirling and pulsing at the solar plexus area. It's awakening that Shakti, and feel it as a relaxed power. The power of 1,000 suns is said to be the energy of Durga. Well, from there, take a deep breath in, And then as you exhale, open your eyes, and we're going to go ahead and come over onto our hands and knees on our sticky mat. And we'll come into a couple of cat-cow stretches. You're going to set your hands directly underneath your shoulders and come onto your knees. And I'll take my tiger shirt off. So we're going to do some cat-cow stretches. Open up your hands and palms as though they were the rays of the sun. Take a deep breath in here and exhale, soften and melt your heart. So come into that place of your, what we talked about last night in the call, your dharma, your sense of purpose, and that connection to what you love. And come into that in the center of your heart. And then from there, inhale around your back, draw the navel in towards your spine. Exhale. Open up the chest, pressing through the arms, look up softly, exhale. And inhale. Take a couple more breaths on your own. So you're feeling your way all the way through your spinal column. And perhaps moving from the solar plexus, feeling that power of movement from your solar plexus. And then on the in-breath, come back to neutral, and exhale, step the left foot forward, interlace your palms, stretch the arms out in front, and then inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale here. So we'll soften the belly, and then as you inhale, draw your navel in, lower ribs in, open up the back body, exhale, sink your hips towards the earth, lift the chest and look up. Now on your next exhalation, release your hands. Set your right hand down, left arm to the sky. Look up towards your thumb. You're going to press your palm forward and draw the shoulders back. Nice deep twist. We start to, again, bring the energy into the navel center, opening up from the navel outward. And then exhale, release your hands. We'll come back to our hands and knees. This time, stretch your arms all the way out in front. And place your forehead to the floor and stretch out through the spine, the sides of your waist. And on your in-breath, come back onto all fours. Step your right foot forward. Interlace your hands. You're going to draw the lower ribs in, lower belly in. Palm stretch forward and inhale, rise up. So you stabilize the lower body as you open the chest, open the heart, tapping into that power of what you love, staying true to that place as you move your body. Deep breath in, exhale, arms come back down. We'll slide back onto all fours, tuck your toes under, keep the palms rooting down, finger pads rooting, lift your knees and slide back to down dog. We'll take this first dog pose, bending the knees slightly. Come up onto your toes and reach the hips back. And then walk your dog, bending one knee at a time. Stretch the backs of your legs. And one big inhale here. Exhale, descending your heels towards the earth. Walk your feet slowly up to the front of your mats. Separate your feet hip distance wide. Inhale, a big breath, navel lifts, lift the heart. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale again, stretch the spine long. This time we're going to reach back, interlace the hands. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, think about lifting up through the sides of your waist, and exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, scoot your feet together, step your right leg back into a low lunge. This time take your hands up onto your thighs, pause here. Yeah, and then send energy, using your hands, send energy down through the front leg and reach through your back heel. Again, connect to the solar plexus, exhale all the way out. And from that solar plexus, like you're riding Durga's tiger, rise up into full Virabhadrasana. So there's a sense of stability, embodiment in the lower part of the body, and an ease in the upper body, the heart, that sense of trust, reaching out into the world from that place. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward, downward dog. Yeah. We'll walk our dog out. And take a full breath in. Exhale all the way to the end, tail end of the breath. Step your other foot forward. Inhale, hands onto the thigh. Pause for a breath. So again, sending out powerful energy down through the legs from your pelvis. We connect to the pelvic power. Root down through your feet. And then inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. Exhale. So we're going to do a sequence of warrior poses, and there's a sense of inner strength that has to happen, but simultaneously we want to find that outer ease, that sense of ease and softening. One more deep breath in, exhale, bow forward, and then we'll sink back to downward dog. Walk your dog out, a couple of breaths. Inhale to plank pose, and exhale, lower down, chaturanga. And set the tops of the feet down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Press back to half child's pose. Tap the forehead to the floor in a humble honoring. And then inhale, rise back up. Exhale, downward dog. We'll walk our feet together and inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step through. Turn your back foot straight out. Inhale, sweep the arms up to second warrior, Virabhadrasana 2. So you can check your stance here. Make sure the front knee bends right over the ankle. Gaze over your fingertips and pause here. So again, we tap into the heart energy. Yeah. In fact, go ahead and take your front hand and your back hand onto the center of your heart. Close your eyes for a moment and take a moment to tap into that which moves you, that which you long to feel in your life. That sense of your fullest purpose here on this planet. You may not know exactly what it is, but you can drop into the feeling tone of it. If you have kids or a partner or something that you love, nature, your work, you can tap into that. And then from that deepest place of love, then send your energy out and feel the power out through your arms. Good. We'll take it into reverse warrior for a couple of breaths here. Stretch out through the top arm. So you come into this beautiful shape, like the half moon, crescent moon. And then exhale, sweep the arms all the way down. From here, we're going to walk the hands over to the other side. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, bow. So you want to walk your hands between your feet, right, as much as possible. Then bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle and make sure the shoulder blades come onto the back as you fold. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, walk your hands out. Exhale, we're going to turn to the other side, turning your left foot out. I always like to just circle the arms up, intentionally coming into the pose. And again, you can inhale, take your hands to your heart. Just take this moment of dropping in. So it's a very different way of doing yoga asana. So we come from the inner feeling, what's called the bhava, the bhavana, the feeling tone. So tap inside. Tap into that reservoir of Shakti, the deepest love. And then from there, send it out into the world. The power of 1,000 suns, radiating through your fingers. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, open up the side body. And then on the exhalation, we're going to sweep the arms down, walk back over, turn your feet parallel, and this time we're going to turn the feet toes slightly out and come up into what's called goddess squat, or I also like to call it riding the tiger, especially for this practice of Durga. So you're going to stay low to the ground and just kind of feel into the earthiness, feel the energy come up the feet into the legs. And so when you feel sensation in your legs, sometimes we immediately want to come out. But this is actually the power in our bodies, right? Coming down and into the body and feeling and receiving this energy of the legs. Okay, so we'll just stay here, move side to side, this feeling all the way through. Great, and then we're going to take our Durga swords, our weapons, and I like to think of them as weapons of light, weapons that are here to restore balance, here to restore the cosmos, right? So we reach back, you can pull out your sword of light, of love, and then just come through and clearly slice through anything that gets in your way, any blockages of self-doubt, fear, unworthiness, all of those demons as we talked about in the story last night. So you can just, however it feels good, you can take a couple swords, make it a little more of a martial arts practice, just cutting away all the things that get in the way of you living your truth, your purpose. Okay, and then you can come up to standing, walk your feet in, place a hand on the heart, hand on the belly. And this is a great place to come to after you've worked a lot of energy in the body. It sort of tells the body it's okay if any trauma or any kind of patterns rise up. We just come back and hold the belly, hold the heart. Come back to your breathing, listen. Great, and then from here, let's turn the feet parallel. Get a few more minutes here of some warrior practice. We'll inhale, stretch the arms wide. Turn your right foot out. Exhale, bend your knee. We'll take the forearm onto the thigh and spin the top arm overhead. A couple of breaths here. So again, stay powerful in your legs, like you're holding on to that tiger. You're gripping the tiger. It's harnessing the energy of your own power, the earth power, earth goddess. Yeah, and then we inhale, come into reverse warrior. And you can flow a little bit here, side to side, and coming back up. Sometimes I like to take it into sort of some spontaneous movement here. You can play with that, moving into the different warrior postures. A little more creative play here. You just decide what feels good to you. You might just keep it just as it is. And then we're going to sweep our way through to the other side, left foot out, coming up into extended side angle. And just take a couple of nice, easy breaths. Again, power in the legs, soft solar plexus. Staying with the power of the love in the heart. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side. So this is the simple variation. You can stay here. If you want to start playing with some different, almost martial artsy moves, you can play with, and I always like to sort of think of surrounding myself with fields of light. So the arm movements are sort of creating a sense of prana, radiating prana outside the skin. Good, and then we'll come all the way back to a downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs. We'll come down to our knees, feet together, knees wide. Child's pose. Notice what's happening in your body. Notice the sensations, the awakened sensations, the sense of coming down and in to the feeling body. Sometimes that's not so easy. We think it's supposed to be easy to be embodied, but it can often be more challenging because we feel more, we become aware of more. So whatever's arising, just give it space. This is the practice of the feminine. We'll inhale, come up onto our knees. We'll take another mudra. And this one's called Shiva Shakti Mudra. So Shakti is going to be the left hand. You can sit back on your heels. Left hand is the base. Right hand comes onto the left as Shiva. And so the more upright lingam energy, supported by the horizontal energy of Shakti, the earth plane, the embodiment. And they meet in the center of the heart. We'll just take a couple of breaths in this mudra. As we talked about last night, mudras have a powerful imprint in the body. And then we'll release the hands. We're just going to finish up with a couple of hip openers. We'll step the left foot to the outside of the hand, both hands on the inside. And you can come down onto your elbows if you like. Let's take a couple of breaths here. And I always like to play with just swirling the hips a little, feeling my way through the, different edges, restrictions, resistance. See what's there, play in the field. And then we'll inhale, come back up into twisted monkey. So I'm going to turn away from you, but you can open this up into a nice big open twist, or you can reach back and take your foot. And this is called twisted monkey. It's just a nice quad stretch here. So you scissor the legs in towards each other and then sink your hips. And then I won't talk, I'll just show you. And then exhale, release. And again, we'll circle over to the other side. Coming down onto the back leg, hands to the inside of your foot. Come down to your elbows if it feels good. Couple of breaths here, just playing with the swirling of the hips. And then we'll come back up into this nice big open twist. If you like, twisted monkey. It feels so silly to be turned away. There we go. Twisted monkey. So you can scissor the legs in and then open your chest wide. And then on your exhalation, release. We'll stretch back to downward dog or half dog pose. Great. And then we're going to make our way onto our backs. We'll come to finishing posture here, opening up your chest, knees bent, feel the natural curves of your spine. And we'll finish with some breathing into the belly, into the solar plexus. You can place your hands there if that is helpful. Nice deep Ujjayi breaths. And every time you exhale, you can bring in either the seed mantra Dum or Dum Durgaye Namaha. Every exhalation, this is a tantric practice, Dum Durgaye Namaha. And you feel her energy inside your body with the vibration of the mantra. So follow the waves of your breath as you inhale. Maintain the essence of the exhale in the pelvic floor as you follow the in-breath all the way back up through the spine to the top of the inhale, the full expansion. Keep that radiance inside the heart as you exhale your breath all the way out to the bottom again, maintaining the essence of the in-breath. And you keep going with that circular movement of breath, of rhythmic pulsation of the inhale and the exhale. Dum Durgaye Namaha. And then at the next out breath, stretch out your legs. And we'll come into Shavasana. So you can walk your shoulders back, palms face up towards the ceiling. And just allow yourself to rest back as though you're resting back in the arms of the mother. And she's holding you in her arms, this fierce, loving mother with a blazing heart of love. Rest back in her embodied being. Feel free to take longer in Shavasana if you need it, otherwise coming back with a couple of deep Ujjayi breaths. Sense the awakened Shakti. It's called the Prana Shakti when it's awakened in the body. We sense that in the base of the spine, pelvic floor, moving up through the central channel, the Sushumna Nadi, into the core of the heart. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes very gracefully and gently. Stretch your arms to the sky, reach through your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and roll over to your side. Pause here on your side. And you can keep your hips heavy using your arms. Come up to comfortable seat, Sukhasana, arms, hands folding at your heart. May this practice align us with our highest truth, our deepest longings, and our greatest love. To the Durga Shakti we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing today. Namaste.